Hi guys, it's me Yogi Sam, and this yoga practice is dedicated to all my athletes out there. Yes, I know who you are, I know what you're doing, and I know your body hurts very badly. So this yoga practice is designed to help lengthen the limbs, stretch the muscles, create space in your bodies, and get your recovery on point so you can get right back on the field, the court, the chessboard, whatever you're doing. So go get ready and I'll meet you on the mat. We are going to begin this practice in a cross-legged seat. Now, I am a soccer player, and so my legs always tend to really hurt. Soccer's a lot of running, and it's a lot of impact. So, yoga really helps me personally just loosen my tight muscles, get all the lactic acid out, and help recover faster. So, yeah, if you're like me, then this yoga practice is perfect for you. All right, once you're in your cross-legged seat, just settle here for a moment. Let this realization that you're about to begin yoga sink in, and start to deepen your breath. Breathe in through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Again, in through the nose. Fill that belly up with air as we breathe in. And exhale. Let the belly shrink in towards your spine on that exhale, letting everything out. Try and lengthen the inhales. And do the same with the exhales. Trying to slow down our breath, slow down our heart rate. And focus on how our breath is affecting our body. I can notice that with each breath in, my body rises a little, and with each breath out, hold on. I was about to sneeze, but okay. And with each breath out, my body relaxes a little bit more. So just notice that. Notice how the air in your room, outside, what temperature it is, how it feels on your skin. Right now, this feels like I'm in the shade outside. Oh, and it feels like I'm in a nice, refreshing lake right now. I'm not. I'm in the city, but I'm pretending I'm in a freshwater lake. Try and elongate the spine, straight spine. Maybe tuck the chin a little bit to help give the neck a little extra elongation. And keep practicing deepening your breath. Sink the shoulders down a little bit further away from your ears. And right now we're going to just teeter-totter the head, right ear over the right shoulder, stretch that left side of the neck, and then switch over to the left side, left ear over the left shoulder. Just stretch that neck. Inhale brings us back to center, and an exhale, we bring the right ear over the right shoulder. Inhale back to center, and exhale, move to the other side. Keep moving side to side with your breath, and feel like every time you stretch your neck, you can even touch this side, like a little angel or your lover or friend is kissing your neck, or a dog, an animal too. That could work. I just saw a dog, so. Bring a little love into this practice. You can get faster, you can get slower. Just move with the rhythm of your own breath. And finally, find stillness. Tuck the chin, elongate the back, stretch up, grab the knees with the palms, the hands, and try and push your chest forward like we're in cow pose. Push your belly forward. And then exhale, we're going to move like we're in cat pose in this sitting position, grabbing the knees, rolling through the back, tucking the head in, pushing the shoulders out. Ugh. And inhale, reverse, do a sitting cow pose. Inhale, look up, spread the chest, open the heart, elongate that belly, and exhale, we shift back into a sitting cat pose, trying to force that, we're not trying to force anything, but push that belly button into the spine, curve that spine, stretch the shoulders. Inhale, reverse, come back up, and exhale, move through cat. Inhale, cow, and exhale, cat. Inhale brings us back to a neutral spine, nice seat. Plant the left palm to your side, a little bit behind you, maybe slightly behind you. Inhale, bring the right arm up and over to reach the left side of our mat. This is a nice side body stretch. Shift, rotate the heart up to the sky. Shine that heart to the sky. And just feel out this side body stretch. You can go lower. You can try and find a little roll here. Maybe you roll and face your heart towards the mat this time, and then come back up on the inhale and reach it towards the sky. Maybe you exhale, you reach it towards the mat. Inhale, up towards the sky. And once you find that you've hit that perfect spot, you can roll in towards center, walk your hands towards center. And we're just gonna keep it here, reaching forward in front of us in this cross-legged seat, stretching the sit bones, stretching the hips, reaching our tailbone actively in towards the mat, down towards the mat. I see like little dewdrops of water on the grass. And it is so cute. This grass is so cute. Keep actively reaching forward. Tuck your head in, relax the head, and breathe for a few cycles of breath in this active stretch rest posture. You can shake the head a little bit yes, a little bit no. And when you're ready, we're going to walk our hands all the way to the right side and through to plant that right palm a little bit behind your body. Fly, go away. And we're going to do the same thing on this side, which is raise our left palm up and overhead like a rainbow, reaching towards the right side of our mat. Shine the heart towards the sky. Lift the heart up, rotate that chest towards the sky. Inhale in, exhale, we find something new. We find some easy movement. Maybe we shift our heart towards the mat. Maybe, and on the inhale, we'll raise our heart towards the sky. Exhale, heart towards the mat. Inhale, heart towards the sky. You can feel this nice trunk rotation here too. So we're getting those core muscles in. We're activating those core muscles here. We're stretching them. And once you feel nice and stretched on that side, we're gonna once again walk it all the way forward with our hands and stretch those sit bones back one more time. Take deep inhales and exhales, and this time we're gonna find soft, easy movement here, walking our hands a little bit to the left, through towards center, and a little bit to the right. You can incorporate your breath here. Maybe on the inhale we move to the left, and on the exhale we move to the right. Empty it out. Inhale as we come to the left side. And exhale as we move to the right. Maybe you just sway back and forth. You don't walk your hands. You just sway. Find that soft, easy movement, like you're a tree swaying in the wind. And when you're ready, just walk it back up to sitting position. Cross-legged seat. Wipe the dirt off your hands. If you're outside. If you're inside and you got dirty floors, it's gross. But alright, and when you're ready, we're going to just shift, roll onto our knees, and come into a tabletop position. Nice. Keep a neutral spine here to start, and just feel how it feels to be in this neutral spine before we move into real cat-cow. I feel in this position, I feel a lot of tension on my low back. This position feels good because it feels like it's finally like releasing the heavy tension, the heavy weight that's been placed on my low back. Hey, maybe your upper back hurts. Maybe your hips are really hurting in this position. And if they are, let's give our hips a sway, side to side. Let's just rock them back and forth to the right side of our mat, then to the left side of our mat. Just stretching the outer hips, the gluteus medius, I believe this is. Keep a firm upper back. We're pushing out of the shoulder blades here. And at first, we're going to tuck the toes. And we're just going to hover our knees over the mat for a few seconds. Nothing too big, just feeling it out, rocking back and forth to taking our front body in control of this movement, then moving it towards our back body. Just noticing that difference, the shift in weight, and then try and find equilibrium here, and even pressing into your front body and the back body, pushing up and out of the hands, the wrists, the palms, the feet, the legs. Inhale in and exhale. Relax it down. And immediately we're going to flip our feet, plant the tops of our feet into the ground. And inhale, move through cow pose here. Exhale, we come into cat. Roll our spines up. Tuck the pelvis, tuck the neck in, and inhale, reverse. Stretch the belly, feel the muscles of the abdominals stretch. And exhale, we move through cat, stretching that low back. I feel it in my low back stretch right here. Feel it in my upper back too. And inhale, reverse. Move with the sound of your own breath in this little cat-cow. You can even incorporate that soft, easy movement we've been working with a little bit here in this practice. Maybe we inhale, we knock our hips to one side, and exhale, bring them up on the other side. Maybe we inhale, knock our hips to the other side, see how that feels, and exhale, knock them to the other side and bring it up through cat. Just find like this little own rhythm, this little dance that you can create for yourself. And once you're ready, we'll meet back in flat back. Spread the legs as wide as the yoga mat, big toes to touch. And we're going to just rest in child's pose for a second. Bring your forehead to the mat. Actively stretch those arms forward. Feel that the shoulders stretch in this position, because that's how actively we're reaching forward in front of us. Take big breaths in through your nose, feeling the belly rise, expand on top of your thighs in this extended child's pose. And feel your body relax a little bit more with the exhale. The breath is so important here. You can always go back to your breath. Your breath powers your movements in yoga. And you can also use your breath to help ease those movements. That may not make sense at first, but if you practice directional breath, like let's say in this child's pose, my hips are really hurting. I can imagine that on my inhale, that air, that breath is going straight to my hips and helping me expand, give me space in between those really tight muscles and joints and ligaments. And then on the exhale, I can sink a little bit deeper into those hips and find a deeper stretch. This is called directional breath. You could do it in any part of your body. Just imagine that the breath is going to that part where you want it to, and expanding that space with the inhale. Then on the exhale, you've created that space and contract a little bit deeper and find that deeper stretch. You can practice it here in the child's pose, sending that breath to your hips. Feel your hips expand on the inhale. And find that it's a little bit easier to contract, to sink deep into this posture on the exhale. Good. On your next breath in, we're going to slowly peel our heads up, starting with your nose like you're a little kitty cat pushing a ball of yarn forward. Look up, keep the arms where they are, and just move the knees back underneath the hip points. Walk your hips back, your knees back. You can curl your toes or flatten them, your preference. I'm going to curl my toes because it feels a little better. Walk the hands forward, and we are going to move into a puppy posture. So this is, if you're unfamiliar with this, you're sticking your tailbone straight up in the air. You're wagging your little puppy tail. You're bringing your chest, your chin towards the ground, your forehead towards the ground, and you're reaching actively forward in with the arms. This is basically what we did in extended child's pose in the front body. It's just we're on our knees in our back in a slight half tabletop position, but also arching our backs, so like cow pose. And this is a great shoulder stretch here. Oh, great shoulder opener. Also a heart opener because your heart is opening towards the mat. It's getting nice wide space. All right, when you're ready, we're gonna come straight through and meet on our bellies in Sphinx pose. Nice. So press that pelvic bone into the mat here. Squeeze the glutes to help push that pelvic bone down. Keep your shoulders, your elbows underneath your shoulders. Forearms are parallel, straight ahead. Hands are actively clawing into the mat here. We're only gonna do one plank. This is for you athletes, you know? You're strong people, and you probably like planks. So curl those back toes. Inhale, exhale, push up into a forearm plank. Good, breathe deeply here. In through the nose, helping you push up a little bit further. And exhale, we sink deeper into this plank. Finding something new, finding more contraction. Seeing if my hips hurt in this position, you know, maybe your quads are tight, maybe your shoulders are tight. I don't know, notice it. A few more breaths here. Feel your body shake, feel that prana, that life energy moving through your body. And on your next exhale, we're gonna slowly descend down. Nice. Plant the palms underneath your shoulders. Push up into the top of a push-up. Shift forward on your toes. And from the tailbone, from the core, we're going to reach up and back and meet in downward facing dog. Good. Pedal out those feet. Stretch the calves, stretch the fascia of the feet, stretch the toes, the arches. Just feel it out. Find what feels good pedaling these feet out. You know, maybe you stop on one foot and take a few breaths and then shift it over to the other foot. Take a few breaths. When you feel like you're nice and pedaled out, there's a million ants on my on my mat, by the way. Million ants. That's a TV show reference, and if you know what it is, please let me know in the comments what you think it is, and I'll tell you if you're right or not. If you're as nerdy as I am. All right, on your next inhale, we're going to lift the left heel up, square those hips, squeeze the glute, three-legged dog. Inhale, squeeze a little bit higher, and exhale. We come all the way, slowly reeling that knee in towards our chest. Inhale, let it hover, kiss the nose, knee towards nose, and exhale. Bring that foot through the gates of your arms. Plant that back knee back knee down. Plant the top of the foot into the ground so much that you can lift off of that knee. This is how strong your base is. Inhale, we lift the arms forward, up and back. Reach up, tuck that pelvis in. Feel this nice right hip flexor stretch right here. You could just hold it here for a second, or you can shift forward and back, slowly getting deeper and deeper into a crescent lunge. Arms up, reach actively up, and exhale, sink as deep as you possibly can, lifting that chest. Inhale, come back up, tucking the pelvis, stretching that hip flexor, and exhale, full crescent lunge, lifting that heart. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, sink it deep. Plant the palms on the right side of the left foot, walk the left foot out, and we're gonna move into a lizard variation here. So lizard is your left foot is almost on the edge of the left side of the mat, and you roll onto the outer edge of the foot if you want to. You know, you don't have to, but you can roll on the outer edge of that left foot. Feel that opening hip stretch. You can bring it back, you know, feel a different stretch by planting your forearms on the ground. Oh, deep hip stretch here. You can even come up on that, lift the knee and come on the toes. Feel this lizard. There's many different lizard variations we can go through, but this one right here, it stretches both of the hips, the right hip flexor and the left hip joint. Oh, it feels intense but amazing at the same time. Really, if you're like me and you're up on that back knee and you got your hands down, you know, I can't do forearms, that's too much. Really feel it in that right hip flexor here, because you're actively trying to push your heel back towards that back edge of your mat. Nice. And on the exhale, we'll put it down, we'll relax it down, bring our foot back to center, lift up on that back knee, and meet in downward facing dog again. Pedal out those feet, and on your next inhale in, we'll lift the right heel up, square those hips. Exhale, hold it there, three-legged dog. Inhale, squeeze the glute to lift the leg a little bit higher, and exhale, slowly reel that knee in towards our heart. Inhale, squeeze, hold it there, use your core, and exhale, finally put it through the gates of your arms, the gates of heaven, also known as the gates of heaven, because you are whatever, the image of God. I don't know, that was some Christian propaganda, but it wasn't, because I'm not Christian. All right, plant that back foot, the top of the foot into the mat, so much that you can lift up on that back knee. We got a nice sturdy base here. Inhale, we sweep the arms forward, up and back, top of a low lunge. Tuck that pelvis in, shine those hip points towards the sky, up. Inhale, reach up. You can just feel it out here, stretching the left hip flexor, moving forward and back, forward and back. And then finally, we reach as high as we can and exhale. Lift the chest, bring the arms by our side, and move into that full crescent lunge. Inhale, bring our arms forward, up and back again. Top, we're at the top. We inhale, we stretch that, we shine that hip point towards the sky. We lift our hearts, we lift our arms, we reach up, and exhale, we sink deep, lifting our chest, our hearts up towards the sky, coming into a full crescent lunge. One more time, we inhale, reach up, and exhale, sink deep into this crescent lunge. Good. Plant the palms on the left side of the right foot. Walk that right foot all the way out to the right side of the mat and come into lizard variation. I like to start by rolling back and forth on my hip, on the outer edge of my foot to flat foot to outer edge of the foot. I like to push my knee out with my right hand to help open it up a bit more. And as I'm doing this, I'm opening my chest up towards the air, towards the earth. I'm not collapsed. I'm actively pushing up and out of this position, which is what we should do to maintain spine health. And then I move through forearms here, keeping that knee planted, and then see how that feels. It's a bit deep, it's a bit intense. And now I'm going to lift up on that back knee, stretch that heel back towards the back edge of my mat, come up on the hands because it's a little too much on my forearms in this position with the knee lifted. And I'm going to test it out here, actively spreading my legs apart. My left leg is reaching towards the back edge of my mat, while my right leg is actively pushing out towards the right side of my mat. I'm inhaling in. I got a flat back, elongated spine, feeling a good healthy course of energy running up and down the spine. I inhale here and I exhale, I release. Bring that foot back towards center, lift up on those back toes, and meet me back in downward facing dog. Oh, those hips, they're killing. Slowly, we're going to take a nice, slow walk to the top of our mat. And once you get there, clasp the shoulders and sway side to side. Forward fold here, Uttanasana. It feels so peaceful to sway back and forth while you're clasping your elbows. I don't know, it just feels like so childlike a little bit. It's like I'm swinging in a hanging chair or something. A rocking chair-ish. Shake the head a little bit yes, a little bit no. If you can't do this, bend your knees to help bring yourself a little bit lower to help stretch the low back. Slowly, if you can't touch your toes, bend your knees first to help you touch your toes, and then work on straightening it. You can pedal the feet out here. So we're going to bring our feet together, really together. Skin to skin, bone to bone. Zip up tight through the legs. And walk those knees out. Pedal the feet out like we did in downward facing dog. Bending one knee, then the next. And we're going to plant the left palm down, straighten the right leg, bend the left leg. Inhale, bring that right hand all the way across our chest and up towards the sky as we stretch the IT band. Inhale, look up towards that right hand. Really feel that stretch, sink deeper. And breathe in this position. This is great for runners, people who run. IT bands get tight if you don't take care of them, wear the wrong shoes, run on concrete, and it really hurts your knee and hip, that whole thing. Exhale, bring your hand back down, replace the right hand with the left hand with the right, plant the right palm, bend the right knee, straighten the left leg, bring that left hand all the way across your chest and up towards the sky as we stretch the left IT band. If you can't put your palm flat on the ground, come up on the fingertips, or you can even rest on your ankle if that works for you. Inhale, look up towards the sky. Stretch it out. Breathe deeply. And finally, exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, lift halfway, flat back position. Bring our elbows in, tucked towards our bodies. Exhale, bring it all the way down. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Finally, wiggle the fingers once you get to the top. And exhale, slowly rain your fingers down towards your side. mountain pose here. Take a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Really relaxing in this mountain pose. When you're ready, we're going to shift our weight onto our left leg. Keep those hips square, no sinking into this left hip here, left leg. We want squared hips, actively pushing out of that left leg. Slight bend in the leg. As we inhale, we lift the right knee up, grab that right knee, squeeze it, pull it in towards the chest, rotate the ankle a little bit to the right side, then make circles with the ankle to the left side. And actively pull your knee towards your chest, your heart. I feel that really, really amazing stretch here. I hope you do too. This is great for the hips. Runners, absolutely helps you. When you're ready, we're gonna reverse and grab our right ankle, pulling our heel into our glutes for a big, big quad stretch here. Keep your chest up and lifted. You could even bring that left thumb towards your chest to remind you to keep that lifted. Inhale in, squeeze, 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 pull, pull, pull. And exhale, let it go. We're gonna shift our weight onto that right leg. Keep those hips square. Inhale, exhale. We lift the left knee up. Rotate the ankle a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. Grab that left knee. Squeeze that knee in towards our heart. Feel that amazing hip stretch here. Breathe, lift the chest, lift the heart, push out of that right leg. And exhale, we reverse, come into a quad stretch by grabbing the ankle, the left ankle, and squeezing that heel in towards our glute. Don't worry if you fall, not everyone has superior balance like I do, so don't worry about it. If you fall, your mat's there to catch you and you just come right back into it. Balancing is a practice. So one of my friends said, I'm just naturally unbalanced, bad at balancing. No, that is wrong. You can work on balancing. Balancing is like a lot of core, it's muscle work. And balancing is really important for overall health because it's the little tiny muscles that are working the hardest to keep you balanced and straight and move your body properly. Inhale in, squeeze that knee, that hit the heel towards the glute. Lift the chest, squeeze, 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 and exhale, let it go, let it down. Nice. Shake the legs, shake the legs. Now we are going to take the right leg again. Grab that heel across with the left foot, grab the right heel with the left foot, and we're going to just place that leg across, place the left heel across the right heel, across the left thigh, and we're gonna sit into this old man reading newspaper pose, or half chair pose, you could say, and you feel that outer hip stretch here. As we sink deeper into this posture, bring your hands in front of you to help counterbalance. And breathe. Flex those toes to protect your knee. So we want active feet here because it helps protect the knee joint so you don't get too loose. Again, if you fall, just come straight back into it. It's okay. A few more breaths here. Try and get as deep as you possibly can. If you can touch the ground, that's amazing. You're so good. And finally, release. Release it down. Shake those hips out. And switch. Lift the left knee, left leg, grab the left heel, and place it across the right thigh as we sink into a half chair pose, stretching the outside of the hips. Inhaling, bringing our arms out in front of us to help counterbalance, and breathing deep as we sink into this hip half chair pose, old man reading newspaper stretch. If you fall, don't worry, Matt's got you. Just come straight back into it. Balance is a practice. Balance is something that you can work on. Ting, if you're watching this, balance is something you can work on. It takes practice. That's why we practice it in yoga, in our yoga practices. All right, when you're done, plant the left leg, shake out those legs. Come to the center of your mat. We're gonna face forward. This is the last little bit of our athletic yoga series. Inhale, reach down to come up. And exhale, we're going to, at the top, we're gonna bring our feet as wider than hip width apart. And slowly sink it down into a yogic squat here. Bringing our center all the way down underneath our heads, keeping our root chakra reaching down. This is a root chakra pose, by the way. If you don't know chakras, I'll make a video about chakras soon, and the importance of them and yoga practices you can do to open specific chakras. So our root, our sacral chakra, our solar plexus, our heart, our throat, our third eye, and our crown are all aligned here perfectly, keeping a healthy flow of energy up and down the spine. Inhaling in, we reach that chest, the heart forward. Exhale, we sink a little bit deeper. We actively use our elbows to push our knees wide into this yogic squat. We don't want to come up onto the heels. We want to keep the heels planted firmly into the ground. Our toes are externally rotated. Our feet are externally rotated here to help protect the knees and widen the hips. Inhale in, exhale. We're just gonna roll it all the way down, cross the legs, and finish the same way we started. Poetic. You know, I'm a creative writing major right here. Poems are my jam. Okay, we're gonna end by bringing a few deep breaths in here, bringing our shoulders up on the inhale, up towards our ears, and exhale, let them go, relax them down. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders up towards the ears, and exhale, relax it down. One more time. Inhale, squeeze, 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 up, 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 and exhale, relax down, shake it out, shake the whole body out from head to root, crown to root to crown. Good. Nice job, guys. I hope you enjoyed this practice. I hope this helped loosen up a bit of those tight muscles and help relax the mind. You know, this is really good for athletic rest day, or, you know, before practice if you want to. You know, sometimes I do yoga before practice or on the same day as practice, just to help get my body ready for some intense, you know, athletic activity. So I think yoga and athletics go hand in hand. I think they're perfect with each other. And I recommend all athletes do yoga. And probably if you talk to a lot of athletes, they'll be like, yeah, yoga's amazing. So that being said, we will seal our practice by bringing our hands together, inhaling them all the way up to our third eye. We have hidden knowledge. We see more than what meets the eye. We inhale lots of love in and exhale lots of love out as we bow and whisper namaste. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this practice. I definitely did. We took it a bit slower today, which was pretty nice. So enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.